Hey, I'm Tom.
And I'm Tanner.
Welcome to episode 52 of Bird Squawk.
Well, the waiting game begins. That's a stretch. Feels like forever since all this has come to fruition that we have been waiting. And I don't know, the longer it goes, the more questions I have, I guess.
It's just craziness. I mean, I saw a report today. They were shopping Slay.
Yeah, I mean, they are not being shy at saying we are rebuilding. And I mean, I think everyone knew that, but I mean, a year ago, I forget what the Slay trade was, but we sent picks and we gave him a decent contract. And I mean, Slay's the least of the worries right now, but it's the cliff. There's just so much to unbag too, and it's just.
I mean, can we just say dysfunctional?
It's to the point that they are, which is unbelievable.
The sad part about it is, Doug gone.
Mm-hmm.
Was it time? Looks like Wentz is going to be gone.
Yeah.
Which I don't quite understand. And the last man standing is going to be Howie.
Yep. And I mean...
Which... there are reports out today that, Wentz's camp is you get rid of Howie, I'll come back. There's a Howie clause going around that, if they get rid of Howie, Wentz will come back. And one thing I'll say, though, is, it just blows my mind how quick this fan base can turn on somebody.
So quick.
I mean, I would put anybody in his position at your job where somebody comes in to take your place and you're just gonna like it. You're just gonna take it. I mean, come on, let's be real. Okay? Did the guy not play well this year? Yes. We said that from day one.
Yep.
But this organization, If Jeff Lurie is putting Howie before everybody else on this team,
yep,
where are we going?
And I don't know. And that's going back to the Doug thing. We were both on board, and I mean, I was still on board even past looking back at it. But now a month extracted from it, I do believe he was a problem, but I don't know if it just makes us look worse now that we're gonna completely clean house. And this is nothing against Nick Sirianni. I'm still very excited to see what he can bring to this team, but it just makes zero sense that you fired Doug, but now more and more we both think Doug wanted out.
Yeah.
It seemed like that originally, and now it seems even more. And then now Carson, and once again, reports. We're believe reports, and you can believe what you want, and we believe what we don't want, or you take anything with a grain of salt.
And who's leaking this crap?
Exactly. Everyone.
Is it Howie
we are
leaking
this stuff. We are these sources. We are the people telling you, and that's just what it feels. But now Carson's not Carson's fine with everyone except Howie. I mean, which could be true. There's just so much, but things are slowly coming out. Like, former players are saying the real problem's still there. And I think most people, including us, we've been calling for Howie to be gone too.
Yeah.
There was no leeway for Howie this season, nor this offseason either. And we both agreed that he should be gone as well. But it just is like, where are we headed? I see no direction now.
This looks like it's going to be a crapshoot.
It's very bleak. Very bleak.
I mean, like I said prior on one of the episodes prior, 3 years ago we were in the penthouse. Now we're in the outhouse.
Yep.
And the only person that I can blame for this is Howie.
I mean,
when you try to be the smartest man in the room all the time, it doesn't always work.
Which they scare me that they'll try and do that in a little bit.
And all the Wentz haters out there, I do believe that this guy's going to go somewhere, he's going to get fixed, and he's going to kill us for the next 10 years.
I don't get the absolute just hatred and bashing of this guy.
Yeah, I don't get
Not
it.
even
I
from
don't get it either.
Not even from our fan base. I look on social media and you look at Bears pages and Colts pages, it's just over negativity after 1 year, even from in a national sense, not even just here in Philadelphia, how much that he sucks, he's terrible, and it's like, oh, whatever, man.
I'll just give you a little bit of a thing. I got in a friendly little dispute with a person on Twitter, a female on Twitter the other night of the Super Bowl. She was talking about Wentz, and I said, really, would you work for these guys? You know, and I sent her a picture of Lori and Howie and said, you know, these guys are the problem. And she's like, you know, Wentz isn't going to suck your, you know what? And I'm like, really?
Yeah, for
Grown woman, you got to go there?
For some reason,
It's crazy.
if you try and make any excuse, you're a Wentz fangirl. That's all you care about. You care about him more than the team. That's not true at all.
I mean, straight up what I said to her is, really, I'm an Eagles fan.
At the end of the day,
I'm a season ticket holder.
That's the thing.
And I'm not going to get in some Twitter spat with some lady about Carson Wentz. I'm just saying,
No.
if you were in his position, which you don't know what's true
Yeah.
and what's going on, how would you react? That's all I'm saying.
And this is the thing, too. If they go with Jalen Hurts, they go with Jalen Hurts, and I think they're in a good situation with him. The problem is, I don't even know if they're going to go with the kid.
But like I said before, and we talked about this, you fire Doug, and then you end up getting rid of Carson? Why did you even fire Doug?
The whole thing was to get someone to fix Carson. If you really were that disconnected that you didn't know that just hiring Nick Sirianni wouldn't be enough, then that's a problem on your end as well, that you're that much of a disconnect with your franchise quarterback.
You know, this whole time we look at Dallas and we say Jerry Jones is a wannabe GM, and he is the GM.
Yeah.
And we go like, this guy's crazy running a franchise. Little did we know, we got the same guy running our franchise. I mean, what is wrong with Jeff Lurie? What is he doing?
I really don't know. And I mean, to get into here, there's 2 suitors that people know of, and then apparently there are teams about. Apparently, as of today, the Bears are getting a little anxious. The Bears are kind of like...
What's true, though?
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. From what we heard, the Bears, maybe they're getting a little whatever. The Colts historically haven't made a huge trade. And this is my mean. If you're waiting out for a good trade, fine. Because I do not want you to move him just for the sake of moving him. If you move him and we get nothing in return, that it's going to make me frustrated more in the situation.
Yeah.
It's just to the point that you're either doing it or you're not. You got a month to do it before he has to get paid.
March 19th deadline.
And if he's on the team after that, well, he's on the team. You're not moving it after that point.
$10 million.
My thing is, it's dead cap anyway. So what is the point? I just
that's the thing I don't get. You have this guy that has totally put our franchise in a situation, and number one, he's supposed to be a cap genius, and we're in the worst cap space ever.
Terrible.
And he keeps his job.
It's just, that's
I
the thing.
don't get it. It just blows my mind. I try to look at this as if I was the owner of a franchise. And I mean, I think I could see this if I was Stevie Wonder, that the problem is Howie.
The track record just
what
isn't
is
there.
The loyalty
The track
with this
record
guy?
is literally the Super Bowl and downhill from then. Signing aging people to bad contracts, missing in the draft, and this is where we are 3 years later, and that's why we're here.
And that's just what scares me too. We got the 6th pick. What is he going to do with that?
I'm honestly scared they're taking a quarterback.
I
am going to walk out.
I don't know. But I mean, 97.5, I heard they're doing a pretty cool thing. They're kind of jumping on the Bills Mafia thing.
Yeah,
they're doing donation to AO1,
Mm-hmm.
Carson's foundation, and kind of saying thank you. I mean, he isn't out of town yet, but obviously, I
It-
don't
it's
know
just-
how they can bring him back.
Well,
I
that's the
really
thing, too.
don't.
It's
I
at the
think we're at
point-
the point of beyond.
It's
here.
at the point that
No return.
his hole is so deep, and it was so deep even after Foles won the Super Bowl, that he was so set behind. Then last year it got deeper, and then Jalen played decent, got deeper, and now this whole offseason deeper.
And
There
these
is
Wentz haters, the thing is, he's not saying anything. He's not coming out and saying he
What do you
wants
want him
to
to
be
say?
here.
What do you want him to
He's in a lose-lose. What do you guys are going to attack him no matter what he
My
does.
thing with the Wentz situation is this: he's always been quiet in the offseason. He doesn't talk to the media. He spends time with his family. He hunts. He does that in the offseason. It's not like all of a sudden he's being quiet. He's always been quiet. So don't act like you're expecting to get something when you know you're not. It just disappoints me because I'm still gonna freaking ride to the guy until he's gone.
It's embarrassing.
But
to
they
me, it's
really,
just embarrassing.
I think, let him down in an organization wise, and this is where we're at. Unfortunately,
It's crazy. It's crazy to think this is where we are.
because the people want to move on, but where do you logically see us being next year? Nowhere.
I don't. I have
7 and
no
9,
idea.
maybe?
I mean, I feel like they set up this Nick Sirianni to fail. I mean,
At
they
the
really brought
rate it's
him
going
in.
right now.
They
Yep.
brought him in to try to correct a ship that is sinking. you
Oh,
know?
by far. And it's been sinking for a while. This whole season showed, and you tried to repair, but it just continues to sink as you try and make changes.
Yeah, we're just keep bringing on water.
I mean, you guys knew what our opinion was going to be on the situation. And like I said, this has been going on since like Thursday of last week. And it's just still going on and going on. But, I mean, we're just going to keep rambling on the same topics here.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
I'm a Wentzman, but
I'm going to...
I'm at the point.
Ridicule
I
us.
just want it over.
I know.
You Just,
It's to
just
the point.
Do what you're gonna do.
Yep. Move
Rip
on.
the Band-Aid off.
Yep.
Let's just go forward, and whatever. There are rumors out that it's the Colts and the Bears, and we're not getting what we want.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
So, I mean, maybe true, maybe not. I do not know. But always, guys, we'll be back next Wednesday. See what we might be back before next Wednesday.
Might be a trade show
because we might have to
alert,
talk about
you know?
what's happening with Carson Wentz. But if not, we'll be back on Wednesday. Once again, we're going to shout out the Instagram page, birds_squawk on Instagram. Check us out there. But as always, guys, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Go Birds.